Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and this is the Roaring Fire Pioneer Mini Water Resistant Tool Roll. And this thing is a pretty sweet little tool roll. I'll show you how this all works. Put some tools in it just to show you, but it's a tiny little thing. I'll measure it in a second. But as you can see, for a little tool roll that's got a bunch of stuff in it, this is how big it is. So I threw in a few things, and as you know, Roaring Fire, I like their tool rolls. In fact, it's laying on top of another tool roll here, and they've got an in-between tool roll. They also have a lot of packs, great EDC stuff, but this little tiny one is really sweet. This actually would go well with some of the other waxed leather stuff, or waxed canvas stuff that I've got. But anyway, if I pull these things out just to show you, you know, the storage and organization, nothing in here will fall out of the sides. Everything has, you know, the pockets facing down this way and the tool cover over the top, meaning, you know, and that's one of my complaints, you know, way back. You know, remember the Carhartt one that's down here is the tools fell out the back of it. This guy was great, this Roaring Fire one, because I could literally zip it all up. But look at this little thing. Oh, plus I threw some sockets in here. YKK zippers, or a YKK zipper. There's one zippered pouch. But anyway, so that's what we're looking at. Very small when empty. And it has elastic, 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 and then smaller elastic. So 4 of those, 4 larger ones. 4 main pockets here. The zippered pouch, which opens up, got another socket, and it's lined, nylon here. And then this fold flap that protects the tools from moving around contains another 4 of these see-through elastic things. I've been trying to figure out what I'd put in those, maybe a piece of sandpaper and some bike patches. Anyway, this has a lot of potential for a small custom tool bag. I thought about, you know, for individual sports, you know, activities, fall sports, bike tools, bike packing, you know, specific to maybe particular vehicles, small vehicles usually, but also flashlights, knives. I can use this for collectibles. I do have a real small, I wonder if it's handy here, Weehaw one. Grab it. Because I had originally tried to find a good use for this little tiny one. I thought maybe this would have some purpose, and I really could not get it to work for anything regarding tools, so I put some pens in it, you know, based on, you know, kind of commemorative pens from things I've been involved with, and that's about as good as I could get. And the reason is these are just so small, you can't even really put wrenches in here. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with it, but it works well holding my pens. But anyway, that's a brief intro into this really well-developed, very nice, just fun to handle tool roll from Roaring Fire. And I was going to measure the sizes, see the size of it, so you can see. I need some reference here. End to end, we've got about 17 inches. This much of it, the height, the tool height potentially is about 7 inches with that flap. The whole thing sticks out. That's about a foot, so you've got about a square foot of work area if you want to use that. Zipper here is about about 6.5 inches long. The width of these, you're dealing about 2.5 inches for these across, each of those. Those are about 1.5 inches for these first 4 elastics, and then about 1 inch for the second 4. When folded up, what are we looking at? That's about 5 inches by 8 inches. Not very thick. Of course, it's not full, but you know, you can see. But anyway, really nice little tool roll. I have priced some of these things, and they were pushing about $100 for some of the custom makers, like out in Seattle. If you wanted a nice little tool roll, plus they were made of Cordura. This has just got a way better feel. But this one here, not on sale, is $39, but there are discounts You can knock a few bucks off of that, which to me is quite a good deal for such a well-made waxed canvas tool roll with so many pockets. Anyway, there it is. The Roaring Fire Pioneer Mini Tool Roll, water-resistant waxed canvas. And with that, Doc out.